Back again and joined now by Levu Pulu. Levu, first year at the club, I believe. So how have you found it sort of settling in?
Yeah, it's been a welcoming transition, I guess, coming over here to the Tigers. When I got approached by Churchy to come over and the opportunity to come and work with young fellas, it's I grabbed it with two hands, and it's been unreal.
Tell us about your background. How did you get to the Tigers before Churchy rang you, mate? Where you been playing your footy?
So I spent my last 2 years at North Devils, and before that I was in New Zealand. So I was contracted to the Warriors, and before that I was at the Titans. So I'm a bit of a journeyman. So I've been around all over the place, and
Was the approach from Matt Church? Did you know Churchy from previous encounters?
Nah, so what happened was Mearsy got him, Jack Mears got a hold of me, and it was just like, man, there's if there's an opportunity here, and Churchy wants to have a chat, and I said, yes, look, I'm open to it, and and then next thing you know, it was a done deal. Yeah,
so you're both new to the club, as obviously Jamie Feeney and a few other players as well. So it's all you, a brand new stadium as well. I do believe they built it. That was the reason to get you here. If you come, we'll build you a new stadium. So they've done, mate. So you've got to step up, mate. Tell us about your positions. Where have you played?
Yeah, so I've played all over the place. I guess I'm a bit of a utility player, but at the moment I'm playing back row.
Yep.
It's something that I'm familiar with, and it's something that I do week in, week out.
Mate, obviously coming from the North Devils, you've had a lot of success over there over the last few years as well. So how is that? How do you intend to try and use that, I suppose, to impart that knowledge and that experience onto the younger players here at the Tigers?
Yeah, as I said, I've been really fortunate and lucky enough to get some championships at North Devils, and for me to come over here, it's just, as I said before, it's just a new challenge, exciting times. I get to work with new players, kind of get out of my comfort zone. So just to come through and just be able to just share knowledge with the younger generation that is coming through, and just help out wherever I can, and just help out, just with the mistakes that I've done in the past, and just reach out to them and just be able to be there for them.
The Cutters game last weekend, mate. It was an extraordinary game of rugby league. Obviously, a couple of soft tries, a couple of tries off kicks, as we always expect in the game these days. Have you got a kick in you, mate? Have you got a kick chase? Yeah, a little chip kick in the middle of the park you can pull off now and again?
I'd like to say I have one of those.
Churchy's listening, mate. So this is a chance for you to actually campaign your chip chase game.
Yeah, I'll try my hand at it, man.
I wouldn't do it during the game, just saying before you ask. But
I'm one of those dudes, man. Bro. I like to back myself. So for me, is if I back myself, and if it doesn't work off, it doesn't work off. At least I'm not going to finish the game thinking, man, what if? So if it happened, if it arose, then I'll give it a crack. And hey, anything can happen.
You mentioned Jack Mears before, mate. He to me he looks like he's a bit of a nuisance from having some dealings with him. How have you found him?
I've known Jack for a couple of years now, and I'm pretty mutual with him. He's a good bloke. I've known him at North, and sometimes he can come across as one of those, I guess, the pest in the team. But I think that's just his personality.
Hang on a second. You've got a contender. Either maybe it's yourself as a bit of a pest, but Christian Hope. Now, there's a different level of pest there. But in all honesty, he's come to the Tigers. He's fresh as you are. You would have known him obviously in the past when he's played for the Seagulls. But mate, you hang around him. You go off his left or right hand shoulder. You've got a great opportunity because he can put players into a gap. Have you noticed that he's a very talented footballer when he's got the ball in hand and he runs with it?
Yeah. So it's something that I'm working with as well, especially as a back rower, just trying to try to get some combinations, especially being new at the club with all of us. And I guess it's the exciting time of the year where, we get to come together and just try and put things on before the juicy part of the season. So it's something that we're trying to work towards, is trying to build a good combination, and hopefully maybe later down the track, September footy or something where, he'll be putting me in for more meat pies.
Have you got one yet?
Yeah, I've been fortunate enough to get one.
So you're off the nudie. Wow.
Yeah. So I've been really lucky.
Mate, so obviously the combinations will take some time to work on. They look like they're sort of going okay at the moment. Obviously, there's more work that you can do on those. How do you like to play the game? Who do you like to run off? Like you're getting off Mearsy a bit, off Tristan a bit, or you're out a bit wider off the 5 and half and that?
Yeah, for me, I'm really lucky and fortunate enough that Jaxie's here, and he's got experience and he knows how to play the game, and his footy smart's quite up there. So I've been really fortunate enough to have him inside me, feeding me the ball early, or just at the line, or just knowing how to play the game a bit more. But yeah, as you said before, we're a pretty fairly new team, so it's this time of the year we were just building combinations, and it's not going to be the perfect footy, but as long as we're getting those wins, and just continue to build.
Are you happy with your form so far, mate? I know it's only early stages in a new club. Are there parts of your game you'd like to try and work on a little bit harder this weekend, or a little bit differently?
Yeah, as I said before, it's just one of those. It's still in the beginning of the season, so I'm still trying to perfect my game in a way where I'd like to be, I guess, just probably the most dominant back row on my side. That's how I play my game as power forward. But in saying that, it's still building. It's still early in the season, and I just got to stay healthy. Just stay injury free, and just keep moving forward.
There seems to be some good experience in the side as well. You mentioned that you're on the early 30s and so forth. You got Corey Thompson and the like there. You mentioned Jaxie before as well. So, and then there's some younger players that are sort of coming in and just really beginning their careers, I suppose, or in the early stages of their careers. That looks like it's going to be a successful formula.
Yeah, as I said, man, we've been lucky enough to get a bit of a good mix of both. We've got dudes who are 19, 18, 20, 21, and then you got us on the later scale of 30, 31, 33. So, as I said before, it's just coming together and being able to share our knowledge onto the younger generation, and something that they can hopefully, take with both hands and run with it, and, progress in their career, or just get a couple of championships in Queensland Cup.
Just and it's, obviously your age, you're probably in bed by 8:30 these days now, aren't you, mate? Up at 4 o'clock, getting the paper and walking the dog and all that sort of stuff, putting the slippers on and making a nice cup of tea or something like that. Tell us about your game day ritual. How much has it changed over the years? Are you got away from the bacon and eggs to probably something a little bit more healthy, or what's game day for you, mate?
Game day for me is what I like to do is I'll wake up, I'll have a coffee with my family. Sometimes we'll sit together and we'll go through some praise and worship together. And we'll just come together and we'll just chill. Maybe sometimes I'll take the kids to the park, go for a walk, or watch a movie. And then if I can fit in a nap at 12 o'clock or so, if it's a late game, man, shut the gate. I just have a snooze and just come into the game, just calm, ready, and just turn it on when the whistle blows.
All right. And do you ever come home with all the kids or one missing?
Oh, man, as I said, I've been really lucky. My wife's been really awesome. So she's really supported me in my career the last 14, 13 years. So she's been carrying me. So I've been fortunate enough to take all my kids home with me.
Yeah, but that's not she wants you to leave a couple at the park. That's what I'm saying, mate. Just give her a bit of a break. But it's a very important point you make, actually, what the wives put into it and the partners. Yep. It's certainly a big effort on their part, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is, absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
All right, mate. We'll let you go, and listen, all the best on the weekend. Hopefully, another try. You just can't stop now because I think it might be an 8-game rule. If you don't score after 8, it goes back to the 0, and the nudie runs back on the card. So just be careful on that one. But welcome to the Tigers, mate, and all the best in this weekend against the Clydesdales, and hopefully bring home the biscuits again.
All right, then. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
See you, gentlemen.
Bye. Yeah, big important part is if you've got support at home. You talk about the support here in the place, but if you've got support from home, you enjoy doing your footy. I know, sometimes we roll the eyes, not another game of footy, or sometimes you play 2 games on the weekend, and it's really tough on the family. But, they're a big part, aren't they?
Mate, it's so essential, and would have been the case with Liverpool as well, in that, basically you're not home during the course of the week. You train 3 or 4 nights a week. You got the game. You're very busy in and around the game. So for instance, my family, my wife basically brought my 4 children up until you retire at an earlier age, and that's just the way it is.
Most definitely, we think of time for the girlfriends and the wives and the mothers and all that sort of stuff, along with our volunteers. We'll be back with more of Tigers Talk here. It's been a great show so far. Stay tuned.